Here.
Thurman.
Here.
Trahell.
Here.
Ogletree. Here. Williamson.
Here.
Griego.
Here. Item number 1 on the special meeting agenda, consent and confirmation of acting city manager designation.
Thank you, Mayor. I have provided you with a letter requesting that you accept my recommendation of Chief David A. Bacharach, Jr. as acting city manager. The chief is a generational public servant. He's been with the city for well more than a decade. He has a prowess in administrative matters. You can see that through his organization and advancement of the fire department. He manages staff. He provides a culture of training. And in fact, I've recently learned that our firefighters are more trained than the Pueblo Fire Department. The chief actually serves as a proctor for them. In addition, he's the safety officer for the city. My thought in asking the chief, and my appreciation in him agreeing to do this, is that after a year or 15 months or so, I would look to a different member of the department head team to serve as an acting city manager. After a year or 15 months or so, I would look to a different member of the department head team, my goal being in 4 years, we would have had 3 different department heads sit as the acting city manager. It goes toward one of my 3 goals, being to promote and advance leadership opportunities within the city. And I believe by diversifying this position, it gives you a chance to get used to working with an additional staff member, but it also gives the city staff and the community an opportunity to see that we have strong leaders within the city departments. So I'd appreciate it if you would consider confirming this designation. And I hope I'm not going anywhere, so the chief will have a very easy job for this year. Thank you. Do you have any questions for me? Or would you like to visit with the chief?
I'd like to visit with the chief. Chief, what are you thinking? No. I just want to make sure that you're okay with this.
I'm very honored to be thought of for this position, and you know me, I'll help out in any way I can, so.
Any questions? No.
I'd like you to step outside so I can make some comments about it.
I can do that.
No.
You're a very busy man, and thank you for doing this.
You bet, man.
All right, no questions?
Anything else?
No.
I need a motion to
Thank you,
consent
Chief.
and confirm Chief Bacharach as an acting city manager.
So moved.
Second. Okay, it's Ogletree and Trujillo. All the vote, please.
Tabono.
Yes.
Shu.
Yes.
Thurman.
Yes.
Trahell.
Yes.
Ogletree. Yes. Williamson.
Yes.
Griego.
Yes. Item number 2, consideration of the quote to purchase a 1989 V8 Caterpillar bulldozer.
Good afternoon. Good afternoon,
Thank you.
Mayor, members of council. I come before you today because we spend probably $20,000 to $25,000 a year in outside contract services and hiring a company or even renting a dozer to push dirt at the landfill because we're required to cover the face every night. So we've been looking for a good used machine. Obviously can't afford a new one. And Wagner Equipment got a hold of Buck last week, and actually Buck and Steve, our maintenance, our fleet foreman, took a ride to outside of up by Canyon City, Penrose, to the landfill where this machine is sitting. And anyway, the paint's not shiny on it, but they put about $200,000 into this machine. It's basically got a brand new undercarriage, sprocket, grousers, put money into the transmission. Since it's an '89 model, it's pre-def. which is, in my opinion, always good.
What does that mean?
DEF is a fluid that the feds required that came out, probably Mr. Williamson would know, in 12, 14, for emissions. And it just makes it harder to tune
Lowers
and
horsepower,
run.
increases maintenance.
Yeah, basically, yeah. So anyway, this is pre-DEF before they required that emissions. So if you have a machine that's older than 12, 14, and it basically, you don't have to deal with that portion of it. Anyway, I have Bucks here today. If you have any questions for him, he went and looked at the machine, and the funds would be allocated from the rainy day fund. I checked with Cheryl. It's at $64,000, and it cost us about $10.50 to have it transported to Trinidad from the Florence area. Any questions?
Mr. Aaron, do you have any questions?
How long has the Canyon City Florence dump been using this since they put the $200,000 repairs on it?
My understanding, the machine's probably been sitting idle for the last 5 years, so it doesn't sound like they've been using it much at all.
Okay.
So they went in and did the repairs on it, and according to Wagner, the reason they're selling it is they're trying to up their fleet, or I guess go with newer equipment. Apex owns the landfill now, who used to be at the Twin Enviro landfill, so just to give you a little bit of background on it. They're our local hauler now.
Have we tried it out? Have we sent people up there to start it up if it hasn't been used
Yeah.
in 5 years?
So like I said, Buck is here. Him and Steve, our fleet foreman, went up last week, and he sent me a video, so they actually ran it, and I think Buck even drove it, so. Yeah, he didn't put the machine under a load because he didn't want to tear up their parking lot. So, but it does have a ripper on it too, which is nice, because we're getting into a lot of shale out at the landfill now, so we can rip, and it works well for cover as well.
Okay, that's all I have, thank you.
Yeah.
Email.
Hi, Bobby.
Hi.
Bob, from what I read, that's the 6-cylinder turbo diesel?
You know Buck?
Yes.
Buck says yes.
15-foot cutting edge? I think that's what I read.
It's a big, oh, I forgot to mention, I'm not sure, I think that's what the average blade on the D8 is. It's somewhere between 12 to 15. It does have a trash package on it, which is nice because if we have to use it, we don't plan on using it out on the face, but it's nice, that's a nice option because if our compactor's down or being serviced, we can use the machine out on the face, so it has the package for that.
So with that rebuild, what's the hour expectancy approximately?
They didn't rebuild the motor, the rebuild was done on the transmission. Did they tell you how long the transmission would last?
It just depends.
Yeah.
It's usually a substantial amount of time. What they told us is that we could drop a brand new motor in it. And how much did he say Caterpillar said we'd be in at? Look, about approximately 200 grand for a new motor.
Yes.
And we'd only be at a fraction. I mean, we're at a fourth of what a brand new machine would cost. A brand new D8 outfitted this way with the trash package, 1.2 million.
Really?
Yeah.
Toys are expensive.
Yeah.
Especially yellow ones.
Yeah, we've had extreme luck with Caterpillar, and they kind of stand behind their name. They really do.
So this is a good bargain.
Yeah, it is. I don't think we'll go wrong.
Okay.
Approximately 3 years of machines, we paid for it from what we don't have to hire outside contract source. 3 years is paid for. Okay.
Yeah, I had no questions, Bob.
Mr. Trujillo.
So we getting new wipers with this? Just want to make sure, because they look pretty shot on here, those wipers. But no, I think it's a good deal, because it's a beast of a machine. And it doesn't look in the foreseeable future like we could just go out and buy you a new one. So we could we can get by with this for quite a few years, I think it'd be amazing.
I think it'll last the landfill, the life of the landfill.
Oh, no, that is a good.
We don't anticipate using it a lot, but I do know that Chief Backrack's sitting back there. We talked about sharing the cost on it, so if we had a fire. But he can't use it since he's not gonna help pay for it, so. Anyway, no, I'm kidding.
It's got that little picker back there, dude.
We do have to, we would have to have somebody hired to transport it if need be, because we don't have the ability, the city doesn't, but for the most part, it's gonna be sitting.
Right, 1989.
Yeah.
I'm the class of '89, so when that thing was being.
Oh, no, that doesn't bode well.
Yeah. That's the best class, right?
Yeah.
The class of '89.
Younger.
So this thing is basically been paid for already, over and over.
It has approximately 10,000 hours on it, so
Yeah.
it's probably been sitting for a while too, but
So-
for a machine like that, in reality, that's not a lot of hours, especially since they've done these upgrades to it, replacement parts.
How often do you think you use it in a year's time?
Oh,
You said 3 years would be, 3 or 4 years would be paid for. So.
if we, to push dirt, that way we don't have to hire that outside contractor to do that. I don't know, Buck, how many hours do you think you put on it a year? Couple hundred? 500 at the most?
That's really nice. That's not a lot of hours. That's really, not even putting a dent in that thing.
Yeah, so I think it has a lot of life left, and
For sure.
the motor sounded really good. Hopefully we don't even have to touch the motor. So.
Especially on a rebuild, it's only 63,000. You're getting your money's worth. That's what it sounds like. Go ahead.
Thanks. Yeah, Bob, obviously, I mean, it's a risk anytime. It's in no way certified through Wagner. They're just the ones that offering the deal to us, right?
They're just go sign it.
And anytime you're purchasing non-certified equipment, it's sort of a situation of buyer beware, and it sounds like we've done the best due diligence we can do. I did have a question. Did we see, did anyone from the city see the actual work that was performed? The CAT said was 200 hours ago. Did we see that physical invoice or list?
We have a list of what they've done.
And I mean, so I'm sure it matches with what's presented here, and that's just been verified, right? Okay.
Yes.
I mean, even that work there puts us miles ahead. And as you mentioned, putting a new motor in it, you basically have at least running gear. You have a new machine, so it's already been said over and over. But we can't afford the new model for sure. So I would acknowledge this is absolutely a risk, but I think it's a risk worth taking. That's my opinion.
Does it come with any warranties?
Pardon me?
Any warranties? No warranties?
No.
None?
No.
Okay.
Floor mats?
Do you come with warranties in '89? No.
Yes, I can. I was young, 35, young and handsome.
36
at
years
81.
Well, first of all, I have to tell you, I know nothing about bulldozers, so I'm leaving it up to staff. There's a couple of concerns I have. We're taking this out of the rainy day fund, and I think this is the first time we've used the rainy day fund. Have we used it before? Cheryl's not here, and I don't expect anybody else to answer.
We'll find out.
Pardon?
We'll find out.
Okay, that's it's kind of, because we haven't touched it.
Yeah, that's a good point.
That's number one. Number two, the last time we bought a piece of used equipment for the landfill, it ended up, we paid double for it because we got it, didn't have it more than a month, and we had to put in the same amount that we paid for it in for repairs, so.
Yeah, but
No, that was, I'm sorry, Mayor, that was misconstrued. The repair on it was $75,000. You only paid $150 for it, for that articulated truck.
Okay.
So that's always, am I correct in the numbers on that? What?
It was actually 15,000 for the drop box.
15?
15,000.
Thank
yes.
you.
How much, 1.5 or 5.0?
1.5.
Okay.
Thank you, Buck.
Yes.
That was the reason I asked you here today.
Okay,
So that's not true.
So that-
It's just a minute.
you know, that, I don't have a really good memory, but that sticks in my memory, because I don't want to be cavalier about spending the rainy day fund, because we really haven't designated what a rainy day fund is for. I mean, we never put parameters on it or anything, but and that being said, I will trust you and Mr. Apple. If you think it's a good deal, I think I have no problems with that. But if there's repairs that have to be made, you and Mr. Apple we're taking it out of your wages.
Books in
What's left in the city park for a while?
No problem there.
I'm just kidding.
I know you are.
Okay, Mr.
What's left
William?
in the, oh, what's
You
left
had a
in the,
question? Wait,
Sorry. Mayor, I mean, I think that is a valid concern that you're bringing up. So the sole purpose for bringing this is to eliminate the
it's
25,000.
over $2 million.
Yeah, but I mean, instead of expending the $25,000 a year, currently, we're gonna purchase this, and in basically 3 years it's paid for itself, right?
That's correct.
That's the sole motivator?
Yeah, if you remember, we're looking at the post-closure at the landfill. We have to remediate the slopes and so will be used for that as well.
Mayor, sorry, I want to just, is this part of our obligations under the EPA requirements to keep the garbage covered?
Not purchasing, those are is obligation. Obligation in our EDOP, yes, is to do the post-closure, and there's remediation and grading that's entailed in that. That is correct.
I just remember when we were facing those fines from the
Yes.
Department of Public Health.
So basically, we could do it in-house instead of hiring somebody to do it, because we'll have the machinery to do it.
That's what I was wondering.
Okay, Mr. Thurman, your turn.
I'm just asked the question, what was, spending 63,000, what's left in the rainy day fund?
We're gonna find out.
Okay, that's what I'm saying.
It would be nice if,
We'll get an accounting.
yeah,
Okay.
if we have enough interest in that account to leave the 2 million in and take the 65 if we have that much interest in it,
Because I know we've
Okay.
been taking attention.
if possible. Okay, any other questions?
I mean, so we'd have to vote today though for the
Yeah.
expenditure, so.
I don't think it's a stipulation. It's just a request that if we can.
If I may ask one more question.
Yes, sir.
Sorry. Do you know, is there urgency? I mean, it's a pretty good deal. Is there other people looking at it, do you know? Or do we have a first right of refusal? What's the situation with it?
I signed a letter saying that we would purchase, well, we're interested in buying it, and there is 3 other companies interested in it.
And they've given us first.
Yes.
I mean, it's just, at a return on investment on 3 years, I'm not.
No, understood. It's just that, especially for those that haven't been here before, need to know that we haven't had really good luck with.
Yeah, I think it'd be important if we can to leverage as much use of it
Yeah.
as we can to, do we have much need of that large of a bulldozer other than at the dump though? I mean, is there other places to leverage it?
Well, I was thinking that they have a potential project coming up on Garfield. It's in a rock outcropping.
You're just trying to garner shoes.
I know, but I'm thinking,
Garfield,
I'm really thinking it probably could be used on that.
You had me at Garfield.
Scratch that
With that
question.
river.
Yeah, right. Or somebody put in lights with it. Yeah. Exactly, filling all the potholes that he's concerned. I'm sorry.
Okay, any other questions? Okay, I need a motion to either purchase or deny the purchase.
So moved
Which one?
to make the purchase.
Okay.
I think that
Okay.
it would be a good investment.
Motion.
You could also use that on the streets and stuff
Motion to
wherever we need
purchase.
something.
By Mr. Shu. Do I have a second?
Second?
Ms. Ogletree seconded. Call the vote, please.
DeBono,
Yes.
Shu,
Yes.
Thurman,
Yes.
Trahell,
Yes.
Ogletree,
Yes.
Williamson,
Yes.
Griego.
Yes,
When does Garfield start?
Yeah. Set that up on
contract
Garfield.
money.
Thank you.
That'll blow some asphalt.
Fix up potholes in Allendale, you guys keep filling in with dirt. When are you gonna put asphalt? Seriously.
Wait till,
We left the
wait
scope
till
of the
after the
meeting.
meeting. Wait till, you hang around so you can talk.
Okay. I will do that.
Okay. There being no further business in front of council, I need a motion to adjourn. So moved.
Second.
Call the vote, please.
DeBono,
Yes.
Shu,
Yes.
Thurman,
Yes.
Trahell,
Yes.
Ogletree,
Yes.
Williamson,
Yes.
Griego.
Yes, thank you all so much.
Okay, okay, Jess, you can come up here in front now.
That was just informal.
This is off the record.
Now we can really get on you.